say, offensive lyrics are the price you pay for freedom of expression. I say, tell that to the parents of the young man and woman who were brutally killed in a Baltimore park last night by a lowlife listening to gangsta rap. We have marched into the lion's den, not to call on the righteous, but the sinners to repentance. Inside that $1 million house lives one of the biggest perpetrators of cultural garbage in this state. Like a jockey, quivering towards the fix, down reckless, simply cannot resist cashing in on the amoral singers who work tirelessly to tear the culture apart. Glorifying violence, brutality, and the most hateful attitudes towards women. People like Mustafa Selassie and his group Two Strike Click.
I don't think he likes you.
A line has been crossed, not one of taste, but of decency and dignity. Well, I say to you, Mr. Mel Rafferty, owner of Down Records, we are here for the duration. We are frontline warriors in the war against this filth that tears apart the very fabric of family life. And we will not give. We will not give. We will not give.
I think you just pushed your CD past platinum.
For real, he don't recognize. The more they hate it, the more the kids drop their ducats on it.
Mustafa, I want a party, baby.
Hey there, baby. Dupree's gunning for you, man. He's gonna be all over you like white on rice.
Not anymore. That was his farewell address. He's just another grandstander gangling for a fat gig in D.C. And I got him all wrapped up and under the Christmas tree. It amazes me how your mere presence can kill a party in 5 seconds.
Oh, relax, Mel. I'm not gonna make a scene. Maybe once. Look, is there any way to get those people away from the front gates?
If I could, I would. But my lawyers keep telling me it's a free country. Anyway, try not to run them over. We'll get sued.
Don't worry, honey. I won't. I plan to get every penny that's due me when I leave you.
What's up with that?
She filed for divorce.
You got a prenup?
Never figured I'd need one.
Fool. Yeah. So I'm late, so what? Yeah, I'll be there. Y'all, I'm out. That was my broker. I was supposed to have lunch with him half an hour ago. He ain't going nowhere, though.
Take these two with you. I gotta lay down a rhythm track by tomorrow.
Okay, ladies, get your clothes on. Let's get a man some room.
so dangerous. She left a note by the side of my bed. Good riddance is all it said. She's a loaded pistol, she's a cocktail gun, and the hammer came down on me. Oh.
Ryan. Yeah, sorry to call you on your day off. Did you have anything major planned?
I noticed you were using the past tense.
Sad, but true. You ever hear of a guy named Mel Rafferty?
Are you kidding me? I sent him an audition tape when he was the head of A&R at Regalia Records.
Huh. Well, he's dead. He took 3 to the chest from a .38. Cassie's already on her way. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Great way to spend your day off, don't you think?
I can think of worse ways. Well, not off the top of my head. So what's the story?
Bettina, the maid, found him around 2:45. Cigarette he was smoking, burned a hole in the carpeting, set off the smoke detector. She called 911.
Dispatch confirmed?
Mm-hmm. Call and the time. She brought Rafferty his lunch in the studio around 1, then went back to work.
Where's the butler?
They don't have a butler.
Oh. He was my first suspect. So he could have been killed somewhere between 1 and 2:45.
Yeah. The odd thing is, Bettina was cleaning the front window all afternoon, and she never heard a thing.
Well, that's not a mystery. This place is probably completely soundproof, being a studio. Of course, you wouldn't know that because you're not a musician. 2 entrances, one from the house, one from outside.
There's no signs of forced entry. Security system's pretty extensive. An inside job. Like the wife, maybe.
Unbelievable.
What?
Unbelievable.
What?
The system. Tri-amps, great parametric, state-of-the-art echo unit. Crossovers are prime. You got any idea what I could do with equipment like that?
Write inane songs, beautifully recorded. Mm-hmm. Somebody was having a good time.
Oh, look at this board. The RC unit is still in the record mode. Yes.
Don't tell me you found the murder weapon.
Not quite. Frankie, have someone run a check in here for Layton's ASAP.
Did we get lucky?
Maybe. Mel was recording when he was shot. The tape was on. We may be able to fix an exact time of death. We may even have the killer's voice on tape.
We never get that lucky.
The decibel meter just went to 0. That must be where the mic was yanked. You see the way the mic's placed?
Yeah?
Rafferty must have had his back to the door when he was recording. The killer came in. Rafferty had his headphones on. Never heard him.
Or her.
Or her. Killer came in, disconnected the microphone. Rafferty turns to see who it is. Bang, bang. You know, that is the beauty of digital. It's so accurate. Mel was killed at 2:25.
So what was that noise right before the tape went dead?
Police want to have a word with you.
Thanks, Henry.
I'll be nearby if you need anything.
Oh, please.
Thank you.
First of all, we'd like to offer you our sympathy for your husband's death, Mrs. Rafferty.
Thank you.
We understand you were shopping at Bay's department store when you were informed.
I was in the lingerie department when they paged me. I rushed outside and Henry brought me home.
How many people have access to the codes to your security system?
I don't know. And that was really more of Mel's area, but I'm sure I could get a list of people for you from the alarm company.
Great.
We understand you and your husband were planning a divorce.
The last time I saw my husband, he was licking salt off the stomach of one of Mustafa Salassi's groupies. Yes, we were getting divorced.
Was there a prenuptial agreement?
Sorry to disappoint you. But you see, Mel was broke when we met. I had a small trust fund from my father, which we lived off of for the first 3 years. So if anyone should have had a prenup, it was me. But that was 10 years ago, and we were in love.
Who filed for divorce?
I did. Adultery, physical, and emotional abuse.
You would have got half the estate.
Now I get everything.
How much might that be?
I'm not really sure. 15, 20 million? You can get the exact figure from Gordon Keller. He's our business manager.
Thanks. We will.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Henry Carlisle, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you a few questions. We understand you drove Mrs. Rafferty to the department store this afternoon.
Yeah, that's right.
What time was that?
About 12:30, Bettina called me on the car phone around 3 and told me that Mel had been shot. I went into the store and had them page Helen on the PA.
So you were outside the store between 12:30 and 3?
That's right. It's my job, isn't it?
Well, if you don't mind me saying so, you're not like any chauffeur I've ever come across. I mean, you don't wear a chauffeur's outfit and you're on a first-name basis with your employer.
Well, this is a part-time gig, you see. I'm really a musician. I met Mel at a party. He said he was looking for a driver. The deal was I would work for room and board, and he would help me put together a demo tape.
How's it coming?
Well, he never seemed to have time. And now he's dead.
Yo, what's up?
What's up is that we need this tape analyzed.
Cool.
Where's Marnie?
In the Caribbean, kicking it.
She's on vacation.
Jamaica, man. Mm-hmm. She gonna learn to talk like one of the brothers, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe not. I don't quite recall. I was studying for my LSATs. Had you, didn't I? Derek Monroe.
Tom Ryan.
How you doing?
Cassie St. John.
Hey, Cassie.
Hey.
So, what are you looking for on this tape?
Oh, there's a noise at the front of it. We'd like to know what it is.
What it is? What is that, some kind of black reference? I'm kidding already, come on. Look, this whole politically correct thing, it's way over the top. So, there's a noise that you need analyzed.
Right.
Okay.
There. That's it.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is compare the sound waves against sound samples that we have on hard drive. Try to find an oscillation match. Well, I can tell you what it is. It's metal against metal. That's the jingling sound. And the pitch duration is 0.24 seconds.
Which means?
Bracelets or Santa Claus?
No Rafferty wore bracelets?
No, but his wife did.
She's still got an alibi.
Thanks.
What?
Thanks. Seems like inappropriate behavior for a grieving widow.
You won't be grieving when we're done.
It's just, before Mel was dead, it was fine.
It's fine now.
help you dudes?
Yeah. We're looking for Mustafa Selassie.
He's in with Miss Crocker. Was it important?
You look familiar to me.
You know, I was thinking deja vu, too.
You worked at Radioland.
Yeah! I got laid off, you know, but it worked out okay by me because, you know, I snagged this job. I'm a musician anyway, so it's perfect, you know? I wrote this song, Petting Heavy.
That's great. Could you tell us where Miss Crocker's office is?
Last office, down the hall, to the left. I should probably call and let her know, huh?
This is great. Imagine being here at Down Records.
You're built, sugar. Now use it. You got to keep banging, banging. Oh, yes, very nice.
Yes. Send them in.
Carroll City Infamous. That was Rafferty's breakthrough group. First album went platinum in 3 weeks. Turned the industry on its ear. Dutch elm disease. They got a great drummer.
You actually like this music?
Hey, Cass, we're all musicians. We all like different things, but that's what makes the world go round. Two-strike clique. That's Mustafa Selassie's group. First single was 18750. That's street code for killing a cop.
That's charming.
The guy we're about to question has more attitude than a rhino with hemorrhoids.
Great image. I'll keep that in mind.
Nice work, Janine. So, what do you think, Mustafa?
Outstanding.
Great. See you Thursday morning. We're auditioning for Mustafa's next video. I'm C.K. Crocker, Vice President of Down Records.
Soon to be president. The king is dead. Long live the queen.
I'm Sergeant St. John, Palm Beach PD. This is my partner, Sergeant Ryan.
My pleasure, Miss Crocker.
Everyone calls me C.K.
CK.
And this is Mustafa Selassie.
Mr. Selassie, we believe that you were one of the last people to see Mel Rafferty alive.
No, that'd be the killer. By the time Mel got hit, I was long gone. I got witnesses.
It'd be helpful if we could get their names.
Talk to my lawyers. That's what I'm paying them for.
If you want attitude, I'll show you what attitude is.
We just thought it might be easier to ask the questions here at the office as opposed to down at the station. If that's
You'd
not
be
convenient,
wasting
then...
your time, Sergeant. See, I was one of those witnesses that Mustafa mentioned. He was in this office all afternoon. We were talking about his future with Down.
You hear what she's saying? So step off.
This is Mel Rafferty's office, isn't it?
Yeah, we needed a big office for the auditions.
Does anyone listen to the messages?
Not that I know of.
You can run, Mr. Rafferty, but you can't hide. Gangsta-rap is evil, it is vile, and you are its pimp. If you continue to peddle this filth to the children of America, you will pay the ultimate price.
Yes, I left that message. We are all answerable to God, Sergeant. I never met Mr. Rafferty, but I'm sure his soul will burn in hell for eternity. You can't get any more ultimate than that. You think I was threatening him with murder?
A thought crossed my mind.
Sergeant Ryan, this coalition follows the principles of nonviolence, as so eloquently stated by the Reverend King. Those who heed the call to violence have no place in this organization.
Maybe one of your followers got a little carried away. Took the policy of harassment to the next level.
It's not harassment, Sergeant. To make these rappers aware of their moral obligations. The civic society belongs to all of us. And with this ownership comes the responsibility for its health.
People probably said the same thing about Elvis Presley 40 years ago.
I recall Elvis singing about hound dogs and teddy bears. Those are the lyrics to Two-Strike Clique's newest single. Don't you find them offensive, Sergeant St. John? Don't you find them demeaning to women?
What I think is immaterial. What time did you stop protesting outside of Rafferty's house?
Around 12:15.
And shortly after, the media packed up and moved on?
We are urban crusaders fighting for the survival of the American family. High profile, full media exposure.
Did you and your crusaders come straight back here?
No, they grabbed some lunch and I stopped at a local church for guidance, prayer, and strength. And I went back to my hotel.
What time was that?
Around 1:15. I was there for the remainder of the afternoon. I'm sure the concierge will be able to confirm my arrival. Are there any more questions that I can answer for you?
No. Thank you for your time.
You have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Hotel confirms that Dupre was back there at 1:15.
Uh-huh. In his room, alone. Not very solid. So what do we make? Put it back. What do we make of this guy?
He's a born politician. Ambitious, smart, going places.
Yeah, could jail be one of them?
No, I doubt it. Not for a guy pushing to be the next drug czar. And why would he put 3 bullets into Rafferty the day after leaving a threatening message on his answering machine?
Stranger things have happened. So where do we stand, guys?
I'd like to stop by Bay's, check out Helen Rafferty's alibi.
I'll do it. Ugh, why do I drink this stuff? Blah.
Pick up a little something for yourself in lingerie?
Yeah. I also got yesterday's surveillance tapes from the store manager. Would you like to compare notes?
Thank you. So, we can place her in swimwear at 155, and she bought pantyhose and lingerie at 257.
Yeah, and nothing in between.
Well, Rafferty was shot at 225.
So that gives her an hour to drive home, pop 3 into hubby, and get back in time to establish her alibi.
No, she never would have made it.
You know what? It's 1:55. Let's go for it. Oh, my bag, my bag.
Come on. Cash.
Take off 5 minutes for catching the bridge.
I did. That leaves her 22 minutes to get in the house, kill Rafferty, drive back to the store, buy pantyhose. I don't think so. The answer's got to be someplace else, Cass. Well, we tried.
Sergeant Ryan, here's a list of people with access codes you wanted.
Helen, you didn't have to come here.
It was no bother. I mean, I had some business I needed to attend to. Well, if you need anything else.
I'll let you know.
Who's on the list?
Half of Palm Beach. Gardeners, pool cleaners, maids, pest control company, Mustafa Salasi.
There's a name with a faint glimmer of possibility. Gordon Keller.
Helen City was her business manager. What comes second after love on the top 10 list of murder motives?
Money. But let's go back to number 1 for a minute. What about love?
Makes you do crazy things.
Yeah, there's a way a man looks at a woman that says something. The way Helen looked at Henry.
What does that look? And what does it say?
Forget it. He had motive. Rafferty was supposed to give him his big break, and he never did. Or he was in love with Helen. I mean, take your pick. He had opportunity. Parked in front of the store by himself, and he had plenty of time to get there and back.
Okay, you're right. We shouldn't rule him out yet. But first, we should pay a visit to the business manager of the music world. I'll tell you, I'd love to visit Mel's studio and punch up my demo reel.
You really think that makes a difference?
Cass, music is mixing. Better equipment, better mixing. Look at Phil Spector and his Wall of Sound, or Jimmy Ovine, or where would the Beatles be without George Martin? They'd just be another normal band, but with his equipment, EMI's money, #1 in the world.
I wrote their checks, controlled their investments, gave them advice, financial and otherwise. In short, I succeeded in making myself indispensable to the Raffertys. the job of a good business manager.
You also handled Selassie and C.K. Crocker?
I handle most of the down crew.
Was there ever any friction between you and Rafferty?
When it came to financial management, Mel trusted me implicitly.
I meant personally. The reason I ask is that we ran a check on the way over here, and Rafferty was cited as the co-respondent in your own divorce.
That was several years ago. I learned that Mel and my wife were having an affair. I was quite devastated at the time. Now it's water under the proverbial bridge.
But you kept Rafferty on as a client.
A sad reality of business. Multi-million-dollar clients are thin on the ground.
Seems pretty cynical.
Look, I know you're investigating Mel's murder, but I have a pretty good idea who should be at the top of your suspect list.
Care to enlighten us?
Mel was never one to take a threat lying down. When Isaac Dupre started his campaign against Down Records, Mel hired the best PI in town to look into Mr. Dupre.
And he hit pay dirt.
The mother lode. Dupre had 5 felony arrests as a juvenile, mostly for violent street crimes.
Juvenile records are sealed.
I told you, Mel hired the best PI. He hired the best of everything.
That kind of record wouldn't look good on the resume of someone angling for a high government position.
Did Dupre know Mel had the goods on him?
They met yesterday morning, right here. Mel told him unless he quit the Spanish Inquisition, a press release would be put out to every newspaper and magazine in the country.
Dupre lied to us.
Good evening, Mr. Dupre. Closing up shop?
The battlefront has shifted, Sergeant Ryan. After Rafferty's death, I feel that any further protest against Down Records would be inappropriate.
We know about your meeting with Rafferty yesterday. You lied to us.
There are greater issues here, Sergeant. Issues far more important than the veracity of my statements.
Not to me, there aren't.
The reason for my passion against violence is because that's where I came from.
Maybe the past has paid a return visit.
With hindsight, maturity, and education, I understand the pain I caused as a juvenile. But I'm afraid the word forgiveness is foreign inside the Beltway.
So Rafferty blackmailed you?
Drop the campaign against him or I'd be history in Washington. I agreed.
Just like that.
In the struggle for the hearts and souls of our children, Mel Rafferty was but one villain.
But you went straight to his house for the gala protest.
The event was planned. Rafferty and I agreed that pull the plug on such short notice would seem odd to the media. It's probably the only thing he and I agreed on. I know I have a powerful motive, but I didn't kill him.
You said you were in your hotel room from 1:15 on?
That's true.
Well, maybe you can tell us why the hotel operator said each time she called your room that afternoon, something she did 5 times, there was never an answer.
Where were you, Mr. Dupre?
In my room.
Doing what?
That's none of your business.
I'm afraid it is my business.
Stop it! Tell them, Isaac.
Dolores is my alibi. She's separated from her husband, but they're still married.
Okay, so Dupree's got motive. His alibi is suspect, so maybe that gives him opportunity. He knew where Rafferty lived. He was at the scene of the crime an hour before. I would say bring him in, but we got ourselves another contender.
Helen Rafferty?
The security tapes put her inside Bays at the exact time she said she was there. I had that new cop from L.A., Monroe, run a database search on Rafferty and Selassie. Am I the only one who thinks that guy's a real nutcase? Anyway, according to an article in one of the industry trade papers, Mustafa Selassie has a key man contract with Down Records.
And that would be Mr. Music Biz.
Selassie's contract with Down is key man to Mel Rafferty. If Mel Rafferty leaves Down...
Or dies.
Or dies, then the contract is canceled.
According to this article, several major labels are scrambling to get him.
His royalty rates would go right through the roof.
And C.K. Crocker claims that she was with Mustafa all yesterday afternoon.
C.K. Crocker also has a vested interest in protecting her company's biggest star. Huh?
It's Gordon. Yeah, I know it's late. It's about Mel's death. I just come across something very interesting. We have to talk right now. I'll meet you there in an hour.
Excuse me. The receptionist said we'd find you there.
You mean my ex-receptionist? Mustafa and I were just listening to the dance mix of More Than You Can Handle. So, what can I do for you?
Actually, we were wondering what Mustafa's plans are now that Rafferty's dead.
What the hell I got to do with you?
You had a key man clause in your contract, so now you're free to leave down for a better offer.
You saying I bust Mel for the cream? How much you make a year?
It's none of your business.
40 grand, 50 with overtime? I made twice that last week. So don't come in here talking to me about killing Mel over a couple extra mil. We all got paid in full in here, so kill that noise, sister.
I told you, Sergeant. I was with Mustafa all yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, in an office with a private exit to the street.
Oh, now I'm an accessory. Well, let me put that theory to rest. Mustafa isn't going anywhere. I just renegotiated his contract with Down. He gets a bigger royalty, and we get 5 more albums over the next 2 years.
Confirmed by the new president.
Me.
I see. So, did he take much persuading?
Oh, it was a hard assignment, but somebody had to do it. Now, is there anything else? Because we've got some mixing to do.
That's a hard disk recorder, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brand new. No distortion on playback. It's convenient for mixing.
I know. Convenient. I'm a singer myself. I write songs too.
Oh. You got a demo?
Oh, yeah.
Send it over. I like to see what you got.
We clear this case. It's in the mail.
That was a smart move.
There's nothing smart about it. He's cute.
Why don't you forget about him and concentrate on me?
You're really gonna send her your demo?
Yeah, why not? It's opportunity knocking.
Well, what if she killed Mel Rafferty? Are you gonna give it to her before or after you arrest her?
A, I don't think she killed Mel Rafferty.
That's because you're getting your hunches from below your belt again. She was vice president, emphasis on vice, and now she's running the show.
And B, I said I'd send it to her after the case was solved.
St. John? Okay, we're there. Oh. Gordon Keller's body was just found doing the no-stroke in the Intercoastal Waterway.
Don't tell me. There's a 38 involved.
In the head, but just once.
That's all you need. When?
Oh, any guess is just after midnight.
All right, check out his office, check out his house. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe there's a suicide note and a confession to Rafferty's murder. Maybe he was embezzling from Rafferty and he gets nailed.
Yeah, we thought about that. We stopped by both places on our way here.
Yeah, and?
Okay, thanks. Coast Guard says that if Kellner was shot just after midnight, the tide would have carried him about a mile and a quarter.
So he would have been thrown in where?
I got a map in the car.
Okay, the tide would have brought him south, and then he would have been drawn into the waterway.
So his point of entry would have been somewhere around John Douglas State Park. Tom! Footprints! He was shot over by the trees, dragged down to the pier, and dumped into the water.
Body dropped here.
Two sets of tire tracks. One of these is Michelin. Could be a million cars. The other one is, that's a star car. That's a
Lamborghini, Aston Martin.
You gotta be kidding.
What?
Come on. I mean, you expect me to believe that you can identify any brand of tire by looking at the tire track?
I didn't say any tire, I said almost any tire. Allow me to paint a picture for you. Summer 1981, Rogers Retreads. I load tires 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, $4 an hour in the sweltering heat, time and a half OT. I hate tires. I hate the smell of rubber. I hate the Goodyear blimp. I know tires.
Okay, I believe you. Helen Rafferty's second car's a Ferrari. That's a star car.
Well, we've already proved that Helen couldn't have made it to the store and back. Besides, why would she kill Keller?
I don't know yet. Let's just get forensics out here. A boat.
What about it?
There's a marina next to the department store. That's how she got home in time. She used a boat.
What about the surveillance tape that puts her inside bays at the time the murder was committed?
She just bought something in lingerie, and now she's headed for the ladies' room. It's 1:58.
When'd she come out? She's been in there 10 minutes.
Maybe we missed her.
No, you wouldn't miss that hat.
That's her.
Are you sure?
Yeah. She changed her appearance in the ladies' room so no one would recognize her leaving the store. But look, she forgot to take off her bracelets.
Yeah, lip shits. Go. Okay, thanks. Okay, tire tracks were made by Bridgestone Expedia 245/40 CR18s.
Well?
Relatively new tire, made for only 3 cars, including the Ferrari Testarossa. Call for backup.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Ryan. Sergeant St. John. How's the case going?
Better than we expected. We're here to arrest you for the murder of your husband.
This is a joke, right? She was at Bay's when Mel was murdered.
Her hat was at Bay's. We saw the store surveillance tape, figured out the quick change that you pulled in the ladies' room.
Then there's the matter of Gordon Keller. A ballistics report shows that the gun that was used to kill him was the same gun used to kill Mel.
And I suppose you have the murder weapon?
No, we don't have the murder weapon. But Henry's got the murder weapon.
This is ridiculous, man.
Freeze! All right.
Turn around. Hands behind your back.
What a pity. I wish you'd known, Mel. You'd probably let me go.
I doubt it.
Sergeant, I was brought up to believe in marriage. Mel abused that every chance he could. When it comes down to it, this really had nothing to do with money at all. And everything. I wanted him dead, but I put a very high price on deceit and humiliation.
Gordon Keller just got in the way of the plan that you and Henry laid out.
Well, it's an unfortunate side effect of doing his job too well.
He paid the bills. Saw the receipt for the boat rental that Henry had his signature on, and he put 2 and 2 together. It's too bad. He's very fond of you. Let's go. to go.
What?
Come on. You've been talking about this audition all day. Don't clam up on me now.
She propositioned me.
She what?
She propositioned me. CK propositioned me. She said that, she said she thought I was cute and that if she could strap me on, I think that's how she put it, that I'd have a real future with Dallin.
Had she heard your demo yet?
No. No, that didn't seem to matter. She said that she hadn't had a cop before. She said that... You find this funny?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just that men have been pulling that crap on women for years. You gotta hand it to her. She's the only person in this case who has appeared exactly as she is. A Venus flytrap.
Well, I told her, Cassie, that she'd have to accept me for my music. For who I am. Not just because...
Someone with a cute set of buns.
Right.
So then what'd she say?
And she said, just leave the demo with me and I'll get back to you.
This came for you.
The desk of CK Crockett.
Open it, open it.
It's my tape.
What's this?
What's it say?
This is appalling.
What's it say?
That's what it says. This is appalling.